Why? It's like politicians today don't work for themselves, not even for their own glory. You understand me? Because look at it. Yeah. In the heights of what's going on with black awareness and things like that recently. Yeah. Just after the Winross scandal and just after the apology and the admittance from Home Officer, from politicians in general about what went on, yeah. And in the heights of all of this, while you'd think a politician would seize upon the opportunity to say, do something positive, you know, could be part of a legacy, you never know, you know, could be part of history in the making. Obviously, it's history, so it will never be forgotten, you know. So why not take the initiative and you know, be part of the history? No, because those weren't humans in the first place to begin with. I mean, there's nowhere in our constitution or the laws that recognize them as human. You understand me? There's like 2, 3 different levels of humanity in Britain. 2, 3 different levels of human rights in Britain, as a matter of fact. Right now, today, you know, I I am evidence and proof of that. You get me? So it's one of the reasons for inequality in Britain when people say they don't see the level of racism because they're expecting to see the racism that's going on in America. That's what they are trying to use as a definition of racism. But the system is set, yeah, to benefit people, yes. But again, people that are placed within the system were brainwashed are educated a certain way, you know, and they are the ones who are basically the engine who are running the system. The system doesn't operate on its own, so these people manipulate the system for it to benefit whoever, whatever, however they want it to benefit, and oppress whoever, whatever they want it to oppress. Speaking from a civil servant, from the civil service point of view, you understand me? So not until there are stronger consequences for these people who use the power that the people invested in them to oppress or abuse the people. I mean, I put the power in you, you shouldn't use that power to oppress me. But then again, you know, it appears as if you think that power wasn't given to you by me anyway. So you get me. So until there are stronger consequences of these people as a deterrent for them to use the system to pursue their own agenda, then this thing won't stop. And I'm sure all the think tanks think about this already. Nobody's asking for laws or anything like that or nothing to change, yeah? But there should be stronger consequences for people with nefarious intent who enter into these services and use them to progress their own goals, yeah? Yeah. And also, education for these people about black civilization's contribution to civilization before slavery. You understand me? Because that dehumanizing factor, again, is a contributor or a fuel or influence to these people to continue along the path that they are in, this miseducated path, which the system provided them with. Again, the system was the one that gave them miseducation for them to think and perceive people with that level of inhumanity. So it's a system's duty to provide them with this level of therapy. You understand me? Because that's what it is. You have traumatized both race with the two-pronged system by one inferior, one superior. So superiority is a complex as well as inferiority. You understand me? So that is a crime that you portrayed, or a PTSD that you portrayed on both race and all races. You need to replace or repeat, you know, and do that. You get me? And as reparation, how about free education up to university level for black children for 500 years, or black people in general, 500 years, especially those of us from through the transatlantic transatlantic DNA trade type thing. You understand me? You know? Yeah, how about that? You know? Instead of thinking to offer a couple of billions to a couple of greedy politicians that you got in your pocket as already, and putting this money back into your banks, before we know that money is already yours. I mean, it's just ours by, words, word of mouth. You understand what I say? What about that? We don't really want the money from you. You can't pay us. Yeah? We want education for our children, them. Free education up to university level for 500 years. The same amount of years when you hold us in slavery. You can afford that because it's not something that you have to go find after. But you can do investments and things like that and still acquire that money off of your riches that you presently have over a certain period of years. You can put that money, an investment aside towards that and make that happen. Yeah, how about that? You understand me? Because you have to re-educate everybody in order to make change, any form of change. And if you don't do that, you have no consequence. I mean, your world, the world, and know everybody around you, no good. Yeah, Mr. Politician. Don't know. You might not do it, but again, the plan is out there. You know where we're going with the protests. You see the demand. You have got the demands. Thank you very much.